This is how to make a simple and basic Java GUI with Swing in a few minutes. So first you'll want to import the Swing package and AWT package. After that you come to your class, make sure your class is the same name as the file. You'll want to extend JFrame and implement action listener. Now I come to the instance variables. These are the variables declared in the class but outside of any constructors or methods. So I have just a string and then the Java menu bars, text fields, combo box, buttons and panels. And now we come to the constructor. It's an empty or no argument constructor. The first thing I do is, well, set up the window, manage the window, so the layout, the size and the positioning. So I set the layout to new flow layout. I find that this is the simplest and easiest to work with. You don't have to set up any rows or columns as you would in grid layout. After that, I set the default close operation to exit on close. This command closes everything, so all windows open. Then I set the size to any specific amount, and this line spawns the window in the center of the screen rather than the top left. After that I come to the menu bar. So the JMenuBar is basically this whole thing. So then we come to the menus. I have one menu 1, which is this, which has a text file, and then I have menu items inside the menu, such as new, save, close. So to create these menu items, you create variables of data type JMenuItem, and you can set the text. And then I set action commands, which will be used later in the action performed method. So everything is in one file. I'm not creating multiple files in this tutorial. And I add this class GUI test1 as an action listener for each menu item, button, combo box, all the components, for most of the components in this JFrame. Once you have created the menu items, you want to add the menu items to the menu itself. If you don't add the items, then file will be blank, nothing will appear on file. And now we come to the combo box, which is this box where you can select certain values. So first you'll want to create the array of data types, then you'll want to create the combo box and add the items into the combo box here. Add the class as the action listener. Now we come to the buttons, such as this erase. This is the only button here. To do that you create new JButton with a specific text. I set the action command to, a custom command, and I add this class as the action listener. So after you've created all of that, you want to add all of the components to this JMenuBar, and you just add it one by one. And now an important thing is to set the current JMenuBar to this variable mbar. Now this is just extra, just creating other components such as this small JPanel here, where I've set the bounds, I've set a custom background, and I've added it to the JFrame. Now we come to the main method. So since we are extending JFrame, we'll need the main method to create the new window whenever the file is being run. Don't forget to set the app visibility to true. If you forget this line, the window will never pop up. Now we come to the event listener. So this is where the implementing action listener comes into play. So first of all we indicate that we are overriding a certain method, action performed, with the parameter action event E. So what I like to do is store the action command into a string, and this makes performing checks and comparisons a lot easier. So example, the menu 1 actions with this new and close button. Whenever new is clicked, then I run a custom function called create new window, and whenever close is clicked, the dispose method is called, which closes everything. And we also have the erase command, which basically loops through all the components in the JFrame, and it checks if a component is not part of this JMenuBar, like this panel, it gets removed. And this repaint line only works if you have drawn something on screen with graphics. And now we come to the combo box actions. So the first thing I do is I check whether the action event is coming from the combo box that we defined. You have to make sure that it's the specific combo box. And then I store the string superhero to the current selected item. So now with this JPanel, if we select Chameleon, nothing, Aquaman, nothing, but if we select Batman, I run a custom method that adds a custom image, man.png. This is Batman. So the most important bits here are to check the source of the action event, which is coming from the combo box, this combo box, getting the selected item as a string and then just performing comparisons with that string. Now the next method is the create new window, which creates a new JFrame, sets a custom title with custom sizing, and I use dispose on close instead of exit, because dispose only closes this current window. It doesn't close this window. Whereas if I were to close on this main window, it would close everything else. And then I just set up a flow layout and I set the window visibility to true. And here I just created a label and centered it basically. And now this is the custom add image method where I add an image onto a JLabel. So I first create an image icon with the image icon file path as the file name parameter given. Then I create a JLabel with the image icon added, and then I add that to the panel. Here we go. And that's how to create a simple and basic Java GUI with Swing.